morning, everyone. Decided I'd try a little something different today. I'm gonna do a little video log, show y'all where I'm at. This morning we are in Delta, Louisiana. Sitting right here beside the former KCS Meridian Speedway, the Vicksburg subdivision, and I've been here for 10 hours or so on my break. Drove up from Beaumont through the woods yesterday afternoon, last night, and it has been dead quiet until about 15 minutes ago when we finally had a train go by. Unfortunately, I was on the telephone and was not able to get any video of it, but I did get a couple of still pictures, and I'll place them at the end of this or whatever we do. It's a quiet place here to sit. Don't have to worry about a whole lot of traffic. No restroom facility, but we make do. So pre-trip's almost over. Got to do the formal thing of filling it all out, and we're gonna get on down the road. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Well, this is not what I wanted to wake up to. Well, as y'all can tell, during the night, while I was snoozing my rear end off, the Lord let loose with the white stuff. And I mean a lot of it. It is a mess. That's a choo-choo train. Scraper blades are out. Scraping the roads. Still currently snowing at this moment. Slashing. Roads look like they're open. So good morning from a very snowy Adkins, Virginia. I tried to get around as much of it as I could. Oh, hang on. Never mind. You're gonna try to catch a big piece of it falling off of my hood, off of my roof onto my hood, but I didn't make it. It fell before I could get the camera turned around. So we got about 8 minutes before I can get on the clock and do my pre-trip. Good old GPS up here is already telling me a 9-minute delay and 6.5 miles. So today is going to be fun, to say the least. Yesterday we started let me back up. Sunday, after church, I left where I parked my truck in Halton at the Qualla Wash. I bobtailed all the way to Beaumont, Texas. Pick up a loaded trailer at the Qualla Wash down there, and then ran over to Crowley, hit 165, crawled up through the woods on 165 and 28, and 65 up to Delta, Louisiana, and that's where I stayed the night. Trying to get around a lot of that traffic. It's going to be around Slidell, New Orleans, Baton Rouge because of the Super Bowl. I got up yesterday morning, Delta, Louisiana. pre-trip, came to Lake Mississippi, fueled up, and then left Lake, and we made it to just north of Chattanooga to a rest area. That's where I stopped and did my 30-minute break, ate some supper, and then got back on the road from there and made it up to Adkins, to this little Circle K. It's got some truck parking. I've stopped here a couple of times before. It's not a bad spot, and when the weather's good, actually catch a train or two. So we're fixing to get everything lined up to hit the road, and hopefully we can have safe travels today. And those of you who are out here in this mess, I pray that you have safe travels, and y'all just keep your hands on the wheels, keep it under control, and hopefully we can make it to Hagerstown or somewhere like that, fuel up, get a shower, and then on to Keesby, New Jersey. So until then, stay safe. Yep. We are Toms Brook, Virginia, the Loves. Already gotten fuel, treated my fuel. Now we're going to stand in line and get a shower. Yay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to snowy, wintry, cold Keesby, New Jersey. One of the home terminals of Tom Hassel Transport, the company that I work for. As you can tell, this is also a express tank wash location. We've got a bunch of trailers packed up everywhere. All of these are ours. And you've got an office there. Past the office is a maintenance shop and a safety office. It snowed up here last night after I got here. Yesterday afternoon after I got here. Drove through snow from when I got up at Adkins, Virginia yesterday, all the way into the western side of New Jersey. Finally got out of it just about the time I hit traffic, 5:30. So it was a slow go, but a good drive. Roads were good. Didn't have any issues with snow and ice on the roads. Everything been plowed. Saw several stations, I guess you would say, of snow plows and salt trucks yesterday afternoon coming in here, so they were prepared. The road should be ready to go here. Should be ready to go now in Jersey. I'm about to start my pre-trip. I've got to go about 13 miles up the road to Marine Oil to unload. And then once I get through with that, I'll come back in here and I'll grab another trailer. I believe it to be that one right there, 7030. I'll get it and then go right back up to the same place. Instead of making a right where I'm going to make a right this time, I'll make a left and go into an Infinium, and it's supposed to load at 10:30. And the older trainer guy up here, I ran into him. He said, yeah, that's not going to happen. So we'll get loaded when we get loaded. But get this pre-trip started. I'll catch y'all up later. Well, as y'all could tell by the way I was parked, not a whole lot of room in between those trailers, so I went ahead and pulled out here in the middle of the lot. It will kind of go through everything. So kick the tires and make sure there's nothing falling off. Not much we can do about anything else. Everything's snow covered and ice covered, and just make sure all the lights are not covered by any ice or anything like that. Snow are all working. Got a little cough going this morning. Time I go from one weather pattern to another, seems to cause a cough and usually some sinus issues. Glorious hose rack. Hale State, New Jersey. Everything looks good. Anyway, let's get back in here where it's warm. Alright, so I just checked the weather forecast up here for today. And for today, here at Keithsby, it's supposed to be cold, but no more rain or snow until late tonight. I should be out of here by then. As of right now, the radar still shows a bunch of snow over around Harrisburg, PA, up in the upper elevations over there. I mean, upper elevations about 1,800, 2,000 feet. But could make for some rough travel once I get the other load, which is going to be later on this afternoon. Weather could all be gone by then. According to the timing, when I get loaded and get out of here, and I'll check the travel conditions and all of that stuff, I may end up heading south on 995 and then 295 and going through Delaware and Baltimore and Washington, D.C., and then hitting Interstate 66, run it back over into the central part of Virginia, where I'll hook back up with I-81 there at Tom's Brook, where I took my shower at yesterday and got fuel. It's just according to the timing. 78, Interstate 78 coming across Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania mostly. Pennsylvania is very rough. It's only 2 lanes. There's a lot of traffic, as you can imagine. I-95 and 295 are toll roads, but they're toll roads that the company doesn't care that we ride on. They asked us to stay away from I-76 because it's very expensive for trucks. 78 in Pennsylvania is actually a toll road as well. And can't tell it because how bad it is. It beats you up, especially loaded. But 95, 295 are, as long as you don't have any placards on your trailer, 95 is good run. It's wide. I mean, there's a lot of traffic, but it's some places 5 lanes. Most of the time it's 3 lanes in between, Baltimore and New Jersey Turnpike. But I mean, 3 lanes is, up here's a lot of room. And get into Baltimore, and like I said, as long as you don't have any placards, you can go through the tunnel. Love to get some video of that if I can manage it. It's not a very long tunnel. It just goes under the water. It's kind of like Mobile, where you go underwater. But a lot of traffic down that area, especially late in the afternoon. So just according to see how the timing goes, and we'll figure it out. Catch y'all in a little bit. Bye. All right, everybody, we have made it to our destination. company called Marine Oil Supply, and I am in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And what you're looking at there is a intermodal ship that's being loaded, unloaded, whatever you want to say. That is actually Staten Island, New York. Right there. Yeah, that's how close I am. Unfortunately, it's very, very cloudy in here today. Very cloudy, very foggy. I don't know what day this is, but if you could see on the other side of that ship on a clear day, you'd probably be able to see New York City. Back to the other side. There's some tugboats here. But that bridge over there that you see the car and truck traffic on is the Gothel Bridge between New Jersey and Staten Island. Now trucks can go over that, but they say it is extremely expensive. So they make us go the other way. The blue bridge there is actually a railroad trestle and is currently up. So obviously there's not going to be any train traffic on it for a little while. I would love to catch some video of that thing coming down and a train coming across it. I don't know if I'll get the chance to do that. Don't know how long I'm going to be here. So I'll keep you updated. A little better view of the bay here. That large container ship right there. You see they're offloading it. A big old yard. I'm here at Marine Oil. Apparently they supply like those container ships that need oil and stuff. Got a couple of supply boats here pumping off into. We're having to swap pumps. There's one over there in the back of that pickup run out of fuel. So they're getting this one warmed up so it can finish offloading, dragging hoses around. Pretty busy area. Fuel supplier, oil supplier here. I don't know what else they got. All kinds of stuff happening here. But, we'll get unloaded. See what happens from here. So apparently the younger Hispanic fellow here that's unloading me told him last week that this pump was almost out of fuel, and well, it ran out of fuel unloading me. So they had to switch it over to the other one and run hoses and all that good stuff. They're finishing up. Should be a little over halfway finished unloading. And then definitely not going to make it to Infinium at no 10:30. Which I was told this morning by one of the other drivers that wasn't going to happen. Really wanting to see that suspension bridge, that lift bridge come down and watch the train go across, but don't look like that's going to happen either. But who knows? We'll figure it out. Well, update. My day has not gone quite as I had hoped. Got to Infinium here at Bayway, which is in Linden, New Jersey, which is literally across the interstate from where I was this morning. And my blend was not ready. They told me it would take a couple of hours. And here we are about 8 hours later, finally. Getting actual pushing product on the truck. So don't imagine there'll be a whole lot of driving done tonight. Already kind of tired from just sitting here, and I'm not halfway loaded yet, and it's well after 8 o'clock Eastern time, so there won't be very, very few places to park as we get later into the night. Normal situation like this, I'd love to be able to run right down 95 and go through DC and Baltimore and all of that good stuff, but You get on the east side of Washington, D.C. on Interstate 66, and there is nothing. Nothing. No parking whatsoever. I'd have to drive 4.5 hours to find a truck stop. Period. So that, looking at the time I get through here, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. We'll see. See how I feel. If I wake up from my slumber that I'm in now. But yep, that's where we at. Life of a truck driver, especially when you're self-loading. So we'll get this done and kind of give y'all an update later. Good morning, everyone. I am at the TA, Travel Center of America, just inside the edge of Maryland from Delaware. It was late last night getting finished loading there at Infinium. It was 9:30, a little after 9:30, between 9:30 and 10 o'clock before I left. And I drove down I-95 in the New Jersey Turnpike through Jersey into Delaware, across Delaware, and then came here to the TA. This truck stop is, a couple of times that I've stayed here, it's always got parking. There's not much to it because it's just a store. There's no longer a restaurant or anything, so it doesn't get the traffic that it used to get. A couple of minutes away from finishing up an 8-hour break. I should get a little more drive time after that 8-hour break. If not, it's fine. I've got 8 hours and 50 minutes to drive. I am planning on stopping somewhere later today and probably fueling somewhere around that end of that 8-hour time. I'll stop somewhere and fuel and get me a shower. So I'll probably end up doing another 2-hour break there. And after that 2-hour break, I should get a little more drive time to continue heading south. Weather-wise this morning, it's a little foggy. Weather map shows some fog for just about all of Maryland, all the way down through DC. But after that, there's no rain, there's no snow. So hopefully the temperature is up well high enough to where I don't have to worry about anything freezing. It's just going to be a little wet, a little foggy this morning, kind of a slow go until I get probably on the other side of Washington, D.C. on Interstate 66. And then after that, it should be boogity. So as soon as this thing rolls over 8:01, and if it increases my time one way or the other, I'm going to go on duty, do my pre-trip, use the restroom, and we're going to get rolling down the road. I'll catch up with y'all later. Hello everyone, quick update. We are parked. See, today is Thursday. We started this morning at I believe it's called Elkton, Maryland, which is on the northeast corner of the state, right across the line, literally right across the line from Delaware. And now we are currently at the Flying J in Knoxville, Tennessee. Had 39 minutes of drive time left for today, but everything south of here is already full. So this place here, and there's a TA and a Petro across the street, across the interstate. Normally you can find a parking spot even pretty late into the night. I don't need anything from the store. I just need a parking spot, and then right down the hill here is it's a Blue Beacon for this area, truck wash. Probably gonna sneak in there in the morning and get a truck wash before we get out of here. Try to head south towards Beaumont. Probably gonna get to Beaumont. Probably won't make it to Beaumont tomorrow. GPS says 12 and 12.5 hours, and I've only got 11, of course, to drive. So if I can get to somewhere around Lake Charles in that area tomorrow, and then we'll figure out what to do with that, because the load's actually supposed to unload at 3 a.m. in Beaumont on Saturday, and it's a temperature sensitive load, so I know it's not going to be temperature, so it's going to have to be heated. It's just a question of, does it get delivered Saturday later on by me, or does it get delivered Sunday by someone else, or Sunday by me? Who knows? But we will get all of that figured out. For now, we're fixing to go get into bed. Stopped earlier today in Max Meadows, Virginia, and we went ahead, fueled up the truck, and got a shower and cleaned up. So got some supper. Basically had to take a 2-hour break to get enough drive time to get down here. But now we're going to take a 10-hour break and run it all out tomorrow. So until in the morning, hopefully she's nice and shiny and clean when you see me again. I got to check the weather forecast, because I think they're actually calling for some rain on Friday or Saturday back down south. So I'm gonna check the weather forecast before we waste money on getting it washed. But anywho, good night.
Well, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Got a good night's sleep. Just got finished with a 10-hour break, and now it's time to kick the tires and check all the lights, throw the trash away, and make our way, my way, whatever, towards Beaumont, as far as I can get anyway. I was going to get the truck and trailer washed. I checked the forecast last night before I went to sleep, and it's calling for rain tomorrow and Sunday. So I don't see any reason to waste $100 worth of company money just for it to be spotty again. It's a little dirty. It's actually a lot dirty. But I've seen it worse. Yep, I have seen it worse. Oh, and not only today, Valentine's Day, today is the start of college baseball. Woohoo! 12 o'clock, here we go. I know some of y'all hear me saying we sometimes in these videos, and no, I am not talking in a pronoun. I don't have any of those. But I do have a traveling partner. I do have a well, he just needs an introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Bobby, the bobble-headed Bigfoot. This is an actual gift from my son and my daughter-in-law on their honeymoon to Hochatown, Oklahoma. Bobby is my traveling partner. Now, normally Bobby does not look at me while we're riding. I just spun him around so that you guys can get a good look at him, and then I'll put him back in his riding spot. Bobby likes to watch. He likes to see outside. So he got the best view in the world. He gets a lot of windshield time. Sometimes out here in this trucking world, you have to be a little silly. If not, you'll lose your mind.
And Bobby is my silliness. He is my comic relief, I guess you would say. To think that I have a bobble-headed Bigfoot sitting on my dash, watching everything as it goes by in the world. But it was a pretty cool gift. I like it. But we're fixing to finish up this pre-trip. Got a couple more minutes left. Repping the brand. Morning, River Park Brothers, and the rest of the family. Like I said before, happy Valentine's Day to all the lovely couples out there. Happy Valentine's Day to my wife, Wendy, my daughter, Danielle. I love you guys a bunch. I miss you. Wish I was home, but hey, it's what it is in the life. This way, I will be home next weekend. We have our Transformed 2 men's retreat. Looking very, very, very forward to that. It's gonna be an awesome time, and gonna be a lot of people's lives changed, a lot of people's lives impacted by the power of the Holy Spirit and the teachings and the testimony that they get to hear is going to be very impactful, not only to the individual but also to our church. This will be the second one that we at River Park have put on. We put on one last year in February that I attended as a retreatant, and it changed my life. No lie. I mean, I was where I thought I needed to be. I told my wife before I go in there, I said, look, I'm not going to change. This is where I think I need to be. And boy, was I wrong. The Spirit really took a hold of me and changed a lot of things that I used to do that I wouldn't even think about doing anymore. Since then, I've attended one in West Monroe back in October as a server. My son also went through that as a retreatant, and it has impacted his life monumentally. And we have the joy of being able to thank our Lord and Savior Jesus for that opportunity, for this opportunity that's coming up. We have 44 men from our church. A couple of guys that's not in our church that are going through this retreat. We have guys, we got Mr. Dave is 77 years old, and then we have Matthew, I think, is 18. So we have a wide range from kids to grandfathers and great grandfathers. God knows no age. He knows no. He doesn't put a limit on what we can do and who we can reach just because of a number or age. As long as we can speak and show and impact our families and impact the people around us and show them that we serve a wonderful, loving God that gave His Son for us as our Savior. It's His sacrifice to us. Age doesn't matter. Age is just a number, and you can be impactful at 80 years old. You can be impactful at 8 years old if you know what you're doing. If you got the correct training and the Spirit is leading you. Okay, enough about the big guy today. Not that we could ever have enough, never say enough. We definitely don't deserve to be here. And we're just very thankful that God created man and woman, and today is the day, Valentine's Day, that we get to celebrate that union of creation. And that's what we were created for, was to create more of what He created. And you can't do that in any other way other than male and female. Sorry guys, it is what it is. Bible says it. Jesus said it. That's what we got to go by. So, enough of that. See you guys down the road. I don't know where I'm going to stop at. I'll be stopping somewhere later, doing a 30-minute break, eating some lunch, and we'll see y'all down the road. Bye. Good evening, everyone. We had a slight change in plans. Stopped in the rest area at North Alabama this morning on Interstate 59 and checked the temperature of my load, and it was below where it needed to be. So I wasn't going to have enough time to drive all the way to Beaumont. So I stopped, got worked out to where I could stop here at the Express Tank Wash in St. Gabriel, which is south of Baton Rouge. And since I wasn't going to have enough time to get a full break in and still be able to deliver it at 3 a.m. in Beaumont, they sent another driver over to sit with it while it steams. It gets heated up, and then he's going to go deliver it. In the meantime, I have to take my 10-hour break, grab a different trailer, and then go to Belle Chasse, Louisiana, which is just south of New Orleans, load at Chevron, and then try to go to North Charleston, South Carolina. But the unfortunate part about that is all of that is going to take about 14 or 15 hours. Well, y'all can see that right there. I only have 11. Only got 11 hours. And that includes what I got to drive over there in the morning. So, and I won't get any time back until midnight Sunday night. And the load that I'm loading in the morning is supposed to deliver in Paulsboro, New Jersey by a different driver Tuesday. All this is going to be fun. Yay. So we'll see how it goes. Right now, I'm going to bed. I'm beat. Had supper. Got everything set up. I'm going to try to, since I'll have some time after tomorrow on Sunday to try to go through all of this stuff and edit it out and try to get a video put together, and I'll see what I'm going to do with it from there. I'm not sure if I'm going to publish this or if I'm just going to keep this on my personal Facebook page, or just kind of send it to my wife. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with this just yet. I don't have a computer or anything to edit with. Everything has to be done on my phone. The app that I use now is limited on what I can do with it. I can't do a whole lot of, I can do a lot of editing, and I can put graphics and text and stuff in, but I can't do a lot of other stuff with it. So I'm just gonna have to see what it looks like as a finished product, and I'll make a decision as to whether or not I'm gonna put it on my actual YouTube page. Won't be changing the page name, that's for sure. It's my train page, and this will be just kind of a side project on that. So anyway, holler at you guys in the morning, and we'll see how the day goes tomorrow. Well, good morning, everybody. Today is Saturday, and we are at the Chevron refinery in Belle Chasse, Louisiana, south of New Orleans. We have gotten loaded, and now we're waiting on paperwork. And I was told last night that not to be surprised if the paperwork took a couple of hours. So yeah, that'll be fun. Just sitting here waiting. At least I'm on the clock as far as the pay clock. I have 9 hours and 29 minutes left for my drive time, my total shift, and my cycle. So we're going to try to make it to maybe Thompson, Georgia. Hopefully. Thompson, Georgia. That'll be I think that's the Loves that is the furthest away that I can reach, unless I go through Jacksonville. And I don't know which one would be faster. So I'm supposed to meet a driver there somewhere in that area, at Charleston, North Charleston. So I may call him and see exactly what his schedule is, because it's going to be early Monday morning, after midnight Sunday night, early Monday morning before I can get there. And I don't know when he's wanting to get this load or whatever. If he needs it before then we're gonna have to work on a way for him to come and get it. So we'll see what it looks like. I'll give him a call here in a little while and see what he wants to do. And I'll catch you guys up later. Good evening, everyone. Really? I guess there's light in the neon moon. But anyway, finished up today. Went to Chevron this morning, loaded, and going to try to make it to the east side of Atlanta, and got a text message earlier that the load that I'm taking, the other driver's not picking it up in Charleston, South Carolina until Tuesday, which is good for me because I didn't have any time. I wasn't going to have enough time today to get there, so I had to stop one way or the other, whether I got a full reset or I started running on what's called recap. I couldn't start running on recap until after midnight Sunday night. So getting a full reset means that I don't have to start until 4 a.m. Monday morning instead of midnight in a hurry to get the load to Charleston to meet another driver. So I can start at 4 a.m. and that way I'll be through Atlanta before traffic gets really stupid, which happens pretty quickly in Atlanta, and get on to North Charleston, drop this trailer, paperwork and all that stuff, let them deal with the temperature, whatever needs to be done with it, and then grab my empty and head back west, headed home. Like I said earlier, we got the men's retreat this coming weekend. So should be home Tuesday. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. So I am in Newnan, Newnan, Georgia. I'm here at the Pilot. It's got a Wendy's in it, and it's also got a double track CSX to back side of the parking lot. So y'all know what I'll be doing tomorrow other than watching church service. So and probably a little baseball. So I am going to bed because I am pretty tired. Did not get a lot of sleep last night. Got some kind of bad news yesterday on somebody I look up to a lot, respected a lot, and his time is coming near for him to go on and be with the Lord. So don't really know what else to say about that. Just God watch over him and bring him home. So I'm going to bed, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Sunday. I am still here in Newnan, Georgia. Got up this morning, slept in this morning. Couldn't believe it. Had an eventful night, but I slept in this morning. I guess all of the not getting good sleep had caught up with me. So I got to sleep in this morning. Got here yesterday afternoon around 5:45 or so, parked. I think I got one of the last remaining parking spots that you don't have to pay for. And went to bed about 9 last night, and around 10:30 or so I got a knock on my door. Normally at a truck stop, you get a knock on the door late at night, it's not a good situation. Either somebody has backed into you, or it's a female looking for company. Now, doors locked, make sure that the doors are locked. But this was a dude, an young Arabic dude, saying that I had backed into him. And I had not, obviously, backed into him. So I refuted what he was saying several times, and he kept trying to get me to get out of the truck, which I was not going to do. Let's just say like this, he was deterred rather quickly to go find somebody else to mess with. I am not an intimidating person, but I will not also be intimidated. So the rest of the night was great until about 4:30 this morning, when the alarm went off for a tornado warning. I'm from South Mississippi. When we get tornado warnings, we put our clothes on and we sit and watch. So that's what happened. I got in the front seat, put my glasses on so I could see, and I watched the wind blow by. A couple of minutes, it was over with. There wasn't much to it. A little bit of lightning. But I just finished, slept in this morning, got up about 8:30, got dressed, went into the Wendy's here at the Pilot, got some breakfast. But that's what I would normally do if I was at home. We go by Wendy's and get everybody that opens the church and ourselves normally a honey buttered chicken biscuit, which they're great. So I went and, since I picked a place that had a Wendy's, I went ahead and indulged myself, and came back and been kind of working on some of this video. And then I watched church service at 9. And now church service is over. Most of the editing is done. I'm fixing to put this thing together. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if it's going to go on the YouTube channel, or if I'm just going to keep it for myself. I have to publish it some way or another to get it on my Facebook. So if I publish it, it's probably going to go on the YouTube channel. But then I will send a link. I'll put a link in my Facebook post in my feed, so that anybody that wants to check it out can. Not asking for it. The reason why I'm doing this is I get a lot of people at church that try to keep up with me and my running around that I do work-wise, and they're always amazed at how I make it from one place to another. And so I decided to do a little video log to just kind of show. I'm hoping to improve it eventually maybe get a GoPro or something like that I can put on my dash and actually show more video of actually going down the road. I would need probably a computer to be able to speed it up, so it wouldn't be so boring. But that's down the road. Right now we're going to try this little side project out and see how it works, and get the approval from my wife, and we'll see what partakes of it from there. But probably gonna go check out a few trains, see if I can catch something down here on the CSX line. I'm still a couple hours from baseball starting, so I got a little time. I'm gonna put this video together right quick, send it to her, see what she thinks, and we'll pull out of here about 4 a.m. In the morning. Go get through Atlanta, go all the way to Charleston, and then swap trailers, and then I'll be headed back west. Not sure exactly how we'll go, but this will probably be the end of this video. What comes out next will be from tomorrow on. I'll probably try to do this like once a week. The opportunity arises. It may not be published on a certain day or whatever, but we'll see how it goes. So for now, everybody enjoy their time with their family, enjoy their time in their church. Y'all eat good for me because I'm eating frozen lasagna for lunch. Thanks, honey. Appreciate it. I'm sure it's going to be delectable. I'm sure it's going to be great. Not being sarcastic at all. Not me. Love you guys. Bye.